Stop me if you've heard this one before. The three little pigs. One builds with straw, one builds with sticks, one builds with bricks, and we were all taught that the brick house was the only one that survived the big bad wolf. Well, sorry to ruin your childhood, but the pigs were wrong. If that second pig had used cross-laminated timber or CLT, he wouldn't just be safe, he'd be structurally superior to the brick guy. I'm Jason Wong, principal broker at Island Dragonfly, and today we are talking about the superwood that is making concrete look, well, a little bit outdated. So, what is CLT? Do not confuse this with the plywood you buy at Home Depot to board up windows before a hurricane. This is engineered mass timber. Imagine layers of structural grade lumber stacked perpendicular to each other, crisscrossed and glued under massive hydraulic pressure. The result? A material with a strength-to-weight ratio that rivals reinforced concrete but is 5 times lighter. That's right, it's the CrossFit champion of building materials. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jason, it's wood. Wood burns. I don't want to live in a tinderbox. Myth busted. Official fire resistance tests show that a 5-ply CLT panel can withstand temperatures over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit for more than 90 minutes. Here's the science. CLT doesn't just burn, it chars. The outside turns to charcoal, which actually creates an insulation layer that protects the structural core. Unlike steel, which turns into a wet noodle when it gets hot, or concrete, which can spall and crack, mass timber stands its ground. Now, let's talk about the money and the market. Why do we care about this in real estate, especially here in the islands? 2 words, speed and seismic. Because CLT is prefabricated in a factory with millimeter precision, you can assemble a building like a giant Lego set. We're talking about shaving 20 to 30% off construction schedules. And in real estate, time is money. Plus, for my clients worried about earthquakes, concrete is rigid. Rigid things crack when the ground shakes. CLT has ductility, it has wiggle room. It dissipates seismic energy remarkably well, which is why you see massive timber towers rising in places like the Pacific Northwest and Japan. It captures carbon instead of creating it. It looks beautiful exposed, saving you money on drywall, and it's strong enough to build skyscrapers like the 284-foot Ascent Tower in Milwaukee. So, is concrete dead? No, but it definitely has some stiff competition. If you are looking to build, buy, or invest in properties that are ahead of the curve, or if you just want a broker who knows the difference between a 2x4 and a structural masterpiece, let's connect. I'm Jason Wong. Let's build your island dream.